Good morning, Mrs. Wallace. My name is Chris, Dr. Chris
Good
Wright.
morning.
Thank you for coming in to my office this morning and filling out paperwork. I'm very excited to possibly help you in your road to recovery. I see that you were referred by Amanda Poor.
Mhm.
Please tell her thank you for referring you. And if there's anybody else that you know that you would like to refer to me or my office, please do so.
Okay.
Okay. Before we begin, I would like to start to tell you the importance of the central nervous system. Okay, your central nervous system is comprised of the brain, spinal cord, and the nerves that run throughout your body. Okay, the first two things that are formed whenever you're in the womb is your brain and your spinal cord. Okay, this controls every function of your body, including circulation, digestion, using your muscles. That every nerve in your body goes to every cell, every system, every organ, everything. Okay. Um, so what we do is we detect what's called a subluxation. Okay. A subluxation is a misalignment. Let me show you on this model right here. It's going to be an over-exaggeration. So a misalignment of subluxation is a misalignment of the vertebrae in your back. Okay, once this happens, it cuts off communication from your brain through your spinal cord and out this nerve into the rest of your body, and decreases the function of whatever organ or muscle that nerve is going to. Subluxation can happen as early as birth and carry on into childhood and then adulthood. And what I mean by birth is whenever your baby's being born, let's say naturally, and the doctor that is pulling on the baby's head, it can cause a subluxation in the baby's neck automatically, and that can carry on for 10, 20, 30 years if you don't get it corrected. But a lot of subluxations are what we call asymptomatic. Okay, and asymptomatic means that you won't feel any symptoms, or there's no symptoms like pain or decreased function from a subluxation. And if it's asymptomatic and you don't know it's there, then later on down the road it can cause what's called degeneration. Okay, degeneration is, for example, here, if the disc right here in between the vertebra become thinner, that's degeneration. Degeneration can happen in the bone, where the bone just degenerates and breaks down. Degeneration can also be within a nerve that travels to an organ or something like that. So after that degeneration occurs, and many years later on down the road possibly, there are many symptoms that can arise from a subluxation if not corrected. And these symptoms include headaches, any type of pain to your legs or your arms, maybe tingling, numbness in your fingers or your toes, decreased muscle strength, possibly through subluxation. So let me show you a couple of charts that I have to show you where these nerves go. Okay. So here we have a chart that is your spine, obviously in your spinal cord, and with this, let's say this area right here, the nerves come out, and then those nerves go to your organs, your heart, your lungs. Okay, and that's about your upper back. So right about here, this what we call T3. These nerves right here go to your heart and your lungs. Okay, and then further on down, you have nerves that go to your stomach and your intestines for digestion. You have nerves that go to your liver, and everything, all the nerves in this area go to your stomach and your liver. Okay, so we have this chart over here explains it a little bit more. So T3 goes to your lungs, bronchial tubes. T4 goes to your gallbladder. T5 goes to your liver, and so on until you get down to your tailbone, and your tailbone goes to the nerves that come out of the sacrum, what we call the sacrum right here, can go to your lower legs if you have any problems with lower legs or your toes or something like that. Okay. So most people come in because they feel pain, okay, initially. But once people start coming back on a regular basis, then they start feeling more benefits other than just pain relief. So benefits include, if you have digestive issues, then we can find and correct the subluxation that goes for your digestive issues. We can correct that and allow the body to heal itself, and that's a benefit right there. Okay. Also, let's say you have a runny nose, or let's say you bring your child in for an ear infection. We can detect the subluxation in your upper neck for ear infections, and once we correct that in your child, then the body will take over and correct the ear infection on its own. Okay. And chiropractic is not just a, one and done deal. It does take more than one session to fix or allow the body to heal itself. So it's possible that we may spend, anywhere from 5, 10, 15 sessions in order to correct what's going on. But the way I will need to do this is I will need to do a full chiropractic exam, which includes some muscle testing, some neurological testing, maybe some orthopedic testing, and could quite possibly need some x-rays along with this. Once I do my full chiropractic exam, then I will study the materials and determine what needs to be done. We'll bring you back in tomorrow where I can go over what I have found and what I think is going on, and we'll go over what we call is your review of findings. Okay, and this will explain exactly what I think is going on and what needs to be corrected, and also a treatment plan. Mm-hmm. So, but I want to tell you, tomorrow when you come back, please bring someone that you trust, maybe a family member. Mm-hmm. That way they will know why you need chiropractic, okay? And possibly they might need it as well. But after all that said and done, is there any questions that you have for me?
No, I think you answered them all.
Okay. Well, Mrs. Wallace, again, I thank you for coming in, filling out the paperwork, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
Yes, you
okay?
too.
Thank you.
Thank you.